Caustic audit.
The Biden-Harris administration will now be dedicating a portion of your tax dollars to combat corruption in Mexican sports betting. How about we limit border traffic to the actual border customs offices? You know, we're still getting thousands of illegal border crossings every day. I mean, give me a break. These are the same drug cartels whose illicit shipping lanes have been protected by ne'er-do-well Democrats. Seriously, you just can't make this stuff up. Fentanyl is about 50 times more powerful than heroin, and even a tiny amount can be lethal. There is every indication that Kamala Harris and her administration, if elected, will fight to keep these cartel trafficking lanes open. These cartels have been smuggling drugs, weapons, humans, and money back and forth across our border every day. And tens of thousands of deaths are the result of these smuggling operations, but your dubious duo in the White House apparently feel that the threat to our nation's security is in the gaming industry, and it's far more important than a single life, let alone the tens of thousands that have been lost. Tell me, do I look surprised? According to the Committee on Homeland Security reported July 13th, 2023, testimony recounted a previous interview with a drug dealer who said, "We have so much fentanyl, we're giving it away. It's why people are dying." End quote. Good grief. A Texas Republican representative, Tony Gonzalez, described a visit to the most concentrated area of the trafficking, which is near El Paso. He describes that there are only ever 2 agents at any given time, right? Meanwhile, according to him, a brand new 360,000 square foot facility for the Dallas Cowboys just outside of El Paso cost taxpayers $400 million per year, and it had at that time 208 agents. I would say our priorities are just a bit out of whack when we protect a stadium with 100 times the effort that we would our own lives. We'll apply a couple million tax dollars to protect the interests of gaming while continuing to sacrifice American citizens' lives as we keep drug traffic lanes open. Don't you dare tell me that this is to help poor, impoverished people south of the border. In another report from the House posted less than 6 months later, this is December 23, the policies of Secretary Mayorkas are revealed as having continued to cede ground along our southern border. Think about what that means, cede ground along our southern border. It further states that Secretary Mayorkas' refusal to enforce the law and remove incentives for illegal crossings is enabling the cartel's booming business model. Now, these are not my words, right? You can look it up yourself. It's December 2023. Various federal sources testified that, and I quote, "The Mexican transnational criminal organizations, or TCOs, have seized control of the southwest border." And I end quote. In this same report, Border Patrol Agent Chief Rodney Scott tells Congress that, again I quote, "The cartels control the border today under the Biden administration because of this mass migration to a level that they've never had." Well, end quote. Then Chief Scott goes on to say that Americans are living in the theater of engagement. Think about that. Think about what that describes. That is a war zone, people. The committee also reported that the cartels were estimated to have made $13 billion just in human smuggling for the year 2021 alone. 1 year, $13 billion. Oh yes, but you know, that Mexican sports betting now, we're gonna have to take care of that. That's something different. We can't have that. Now I ask you, do you think Kamala Harris is going to do anything other than that which she has supported for decades? No, I don't think so. Americans cannot afford another 4 years tolerating criminals. Oh, I'm so sorry. You thought I was still referring to the Mexican drug cartels, weren't you? No. Them too. If you can't spot the bulk of criminal element within our own borders by now, you are being purposefully ignorant. I can just see these Democrats voting in 2024 too. Well, you know, she would be the first woman president. And a lady of color too. Well, sort of. Let's be clear on this one point. There's only one reason that there can ever be a transnational illegal criminal operation ongoing, and that is if first world nations permit it. This simple fact should infuriate you at this point. So the criminal cartels from Mexico have our border now, and you can't even call them Mexican drug cartels anymore, as they are allowed so many illicit operations within our borders. No wonder they're now referred to as transnational criminal organizations. Oh, and of course, they have sports betting too. You know, these latest enterprises show that they're kind of becoming legitimate if you want to look at it in a liberal mindset kind of way. But haven't we gone through that before? Yeah, after Prohibition. Same party, too. I almost forgot. Really, I guess the Mexican cartels are upsetting some gaming companies. I mean, no big deal that fentanyl crossing the border is the current bread and butter of these cartels. No big deal that fentanyl is actually killing people. Americans, in fact. No biggie that folks living in South Texas are in a war zone within their own borders. No biggie until the cartels actually cut into corporate profits. Oh no, we can't have that. We need to protect our national interests. Is the current administration trying to be stupid? Or does it just come to them naturally, I wonder? Never mind. We both know what's going on here. No doubt there's some bestsellers to be written, some merchandising of bobbleheads, Netflix deals, and those $2,000 per hour speaking fees on the other end of this. Well, I'm Mark Scott. Thank you for watching this Caustic Audit.